Hi, my name is Riziki Fataki and you're watching the Upvillers Squad.
Hi everyone, my name is Kalma and you're watching the Upvillers Squad.
Hi, my name is Chantal Mudoni and you're watching the Upvillers Squad.
Well, I can totally think of the number of times that I have been in a depressed state, but thinking of depression to the extent of taking my own life, I think that it has never occurred to me that I would actually reach to such an extent. Having suicidal thoughts, yes, pretty much, but actually taking my life, I think of a lot of things. My parents, my siblings, a whole lot of things come to mind when I actually think of taking my own life, so I choose not to.
I have been through a lot of phases that have put me into depression that for most people would lead to suicidal thoughts, but I think for me, I'm grateful to the fact that I haven't reached the point of having suicidal thoughts. But as far as depression goes, definitely I have had my moments.
Well, now that you say it, I actually have to think about it. Have I actually been depressed? Because listen, I've actually come to find out that depression and a feeling of being extremely sad are two different things. Sometimes we're actually just very sad, but that doesn't mean we're depressed. So I wouldn't necessarily say at this point in my life, as compared to the stories that I've heard and what I see and my knowledge of mental health and depression, I cannot actually stand and say I've been depressed, but I've been extremely sad. And no, I have not been, I've not reached a state where I feel like suicide is the answer or the next resort. So yeah.
No, I wouldn't, because I feel like, to start with, for me personally, it would take a lot. The will itself to actually pick up that bottle of doom and chug it down just for the sake of ending my life, there's a lot that comes to my mind. Everything that I've done, everything that I haven't done, the people I love, what will they feel after I'm gone? It really takes a lot. So it's by no means anything weak or anything that signifies weakness. But would I say that it's irrational as well? Not really. It just takes a lot, to be honest. It really does.
Social media, I have a very strong opinion when it comes to social media and depression and suicide. Is social media a catalyst to depression? Surely it is, because it plays a really huge role. Seeing the way someone is progressing in life, seeing how someone is flourishing, and looking back at how you're doing yourself, it really does take a huge toll on you. But then when you look at social media in a different light, you get to see that social media can actually bring a lot of awareness that people are actually not okay. You can give a circumstance where I choose to open up on social media and I choose to tell people, hey, I'm not okay, I'm going through a really bad phase. It gets to someone else behind the phone who gets to see, okay, Riziki is not okay. So I think it's normal that I'm also not okay. Maybe I can talk to her. So social media, when you look at it in both lenses, it is a catalyst for suicide and depression, but it can also work as a tool to raise awareness.
I think social media has acknowledged that it's there. And you can look at it from two sides. The side where it has escalated suicidal rates through depression, and to give an example, where I'm at right now compared to another 21-year-old who might be far better than I am would lead me into depression. The comparison trait basically does play a factor. Anyone who's on social media knows how relentless the comment sections are, and all of that does contribute to a lot of this. But on the one hand, it also does shed light on why it's a problem. And because of that, it's a little bit of both. That's why I say the topic has been acknowledged, but like any topic that's acknowledged, there are two sides to it.
Well, yes, if you do talk to someone or ask them if they're going through a suicidal phase, it may actually lead to them committing suicide. Because listen, are we positioning ourselves as the listeners of the people who are depressed? Are we positioning ourselves well enough for these people to bounce back? Sometimes we're actually putting these people in worse positions where we're judging them, and then we're literally pushing them. We may be the final push to someone else if we don't position ourselves properly when someone would like to talk about it. So yeah. Well, I actually feel like we need to, as a human race, we need to actually start putting in order professional line of work that is just dedicated to mental health and depression, where you know that if you've got a toothache, you're gonna go to the dentist. So if you're feeling depressed, you need to see someone. I know we have therapists and so on, but it should actually be like a bigger thing where we actually have people we can go and see, professional people. Because my friend coming to me wanting to talk to me about their issue, I may be their final push and they may actually commit suicide because I'm not in a position, I don't know how to handle the situation. So I think having professional platforms and safe zones will really help.